Grounded moon. Grounded moon. Oh, hello, festival music. I learned that being able to support someone you love is a blessing beyond anything I could have imagined. Aww. Yes, Esta. I blew on it, so you can eat it now. Esta, who is on absolute bed rest, cannot move. I, his wife, must serve as his hands and feet and take care of him. I'm so happy that we came full circle back around to hands and feet. Wonderful. Very, very happy. It's been 7 days since I made that determination. Today's meal is chicken porridge in broth. It was difficult thinking of different dishes every day so he wouldn't be bored, but it was also a happy hardship.
Thank you, but that...
What's wrong? Did you not like the porridge by any chance?
That's not the case, but...
Maybe I should have blown on it more. You have a surprisingly fussy tongue. I blew on it a bit more. Open your mouth! It was a little embarrassing at first, but I'm used to it now. Is Esta used to it? It also makes me happy because I feel like I can put more love into things this way. Oh my goodness. The spoon was placed between his reluctantly opened lips and the porridge was poured into his mouth. I'm glad that you're able to feed him by spoon and not through mouth to mouth. As I watched him chew, I was grateful for the reality that my husband was alive and eating food today.
This is very difficult to say.
What? You can tell me anything. Are your wounds hurting?
That's not it. Your line of sight.
Yeah, it's difficult when you have this many wounds. I wish I could have stood in your place. Poor Esta, I said, wiping the tears from my eyes. Then I heard an exaggerated sigh from a little distance away. What are you doing here?
If his situation could be called pitiable, then all single men across the world would rise up in unison.
That wouldn't happen.
It's quite lamentable. The noble royal sister of Roos has become a love fool. Huffing and puffing like that. Huh.
You're just jealous because she never did that for you. I looked at Noel with half-open eyes as he put his hand to his forehead in a theatrical gesture. Such a brat. If you don't like it, then don't look. How long do you intend to be there anyway? For the past 7 days, Noel has been visiting Esta without fail. Damn. I wonder why he's coming, as I don't think he really cares about his subordinates. Not that much.
It's quite calming to think that there are so many foolish people in the world.
You're the only one who'd be calmed by that. Perhaps due to our repeated conflicts, it's become easier to talk to Noel. Yay. I can say things that I used to keep to myself. Well, if I don't keep myself in check somehow, he'll take revenge later.
Lord Noel, your afternoon meeting is about to begin.
Oh, is it that time already?
As he got up, Noel gathered a bunch of papers. Time just flies by when you're stalking the girl that got away. And your subordinate, or ex-subordinate, I guess I should say. He didn't forget to say,
time flies when watching such a foolish couple.
I freaking, man, me and Noel, same brain cell. Time flies when, insert.
Well then, I shall take my leave. I shall be back tomorrow, since I am a kind superior.
I couldn't bring myself to say, you don't have to be kind, so you don't have to come for a while.
Lord Noel seems to have taken quite a liking to you.
Yes, yes. I know. I'm sorry, now Esta's the one that's jealous. Esta, who was staring at the door after Noel left, muttered in a whisper. No way. Noel just harasses me because he thinks I'm cocky and annoying.
He wouldn't bother coming to see someone he found to be annoying, especially during such a busy time. Perhaps something about you touched Lord Noel's heart.
He's coming here to see you, isn't he? His sarcasm towards me is just a bonus.
Since you don't seem to understand, I'll say it plainly. Probably... No, I'm 90% certain that Lord Noel likes you.
That's impossible! He's compared me to the likes of a rampaging horse and birds, and he says that I'm foolish. And he's probably pissed that I took his aid away.
I learned another new emotion just now.
What kind?
It's hard to describe, so come a little closer.
I was sitting on the bed, and I closed the distance between us by a body length. I leaned in further when he beckoned me with his eyes, and he pulled me in closer, catching me off guard. In a flash, I'm wrapped up in Esta's long arms. Hey! I told you that you shouldn't move. I looked up to protest and saw Esta's lips very close to mine. My ears got hot as my words trailed off.
Why, despite you being full of emotion, are you so dull?
I'm not dull.
You are. But thanks to that, I've come to understand the complex emotion that is jealousy. This is quite a difficult feeling.
Are you jealous?
Yes. I think that's probably what this is called.
I knew it was bad for Esta, but I was happy. He's a person who doesn't usually show his intense emotions, so his comments about his strong obsession feel even more precious to me. Look at this face. He's jealous. Girl. Esta is jealous. I turned around quickly to hide my mouth as I was on the verge of smirking. Trouble. Such trouble this one is. He knows you're smirking.
Why are you smirking when I'm speaking so seriously?
I'm not smirking.
Then look up and look me in the eyes.
No. I pressed my forehead against his chest. Then his hand atop my head gently stroked down and tickled my ear.
If you look up now, you can see my jealousy contorted face.
That's precious. I looked up with a smile. I put my hands on both of his smooth cheeks and admired his face carefully. You don't look all that different. Are you sure you're jealous?
I am. I love you, and I want you to be mine alone. I can't stand it.
Esta squinted his eyes as they exuded his feelings. My body felt ablaze at his unusually sensuous look. When your injuries heal. I looked away in embarrassment. I heard Esta's small laugh under his breath, and he gently stroked my cheek.
That reply is the best medicine I have right now. Thanks to you, maybe tomorrow I will be cured.
That much?
Yeah, that much.
That wasn't realistic at all, but Esta still showed tremendous resilience. I wonder what kind of body he has to recover so much in half a month. I stared intently at Esta's back as he looked up at the azure sky. Okay, we've had a bit of a time jump there. If I remembered correctly, the doctor had told me that it would take him a month to recover. Despite that, he can stand up, even if he's not quite at full strength. Is this because of his willpower alone, or does Esta have a special body? I don't know, it's a great question. Or maybe both. Maybe both. They all have extraordinary abilities, so there isn't really any way to measure.
What's wrong?
Esta asked with his face turned to the heavens. Surprised that he could see me from behind, I walked up to him with a smile. How did you know that I was watching? As we stood side by side, Esta looked at me, flushed, lowering his chin a little.
Your presence is straightforward and easy to sense.
I feel like you're calling me simple.
But that's what I like about you.
You could at least deny it.
I love you. The presence coming from you towards me is always warm, straightforward, and loving. It's such an eloquent presence that I, who had never known emotion, could understand the word love without being told anything.
Esta's gaze flowed to the sky as he spoke. The light of the full moon, brighter than usual, created dark shadows on his profile. It looked sad, and it made my heart ache somehow. The moon is beautiful tonight.
Yes, it is.
The moon spirit is worshipped the most in Rus's royal capital. It's kind of funny how different tribes can be even though we are on the same continent. I wonder if that's why I feel calm looking at the moon.
It is a paradise for souls, ruled by the moon spirit. It would be natural for the people of Rus who value the souls of men.
This time it's not because of my imagination, but his expression had a clear melancholy. I anxiously pulled at the hem of his clothes, and suddenly the inside of Esta's eyes shaded.
When my time comes, I will be condemned.
Huh?
Those who commit mortal sin shall not be allowed to enter that place. I, who have taken so many lives, will be condemned by the moon spirit and sent down.
Are you scared of that? It is said that to be rejected by the moon after death is more dreadful and abominable than anything else to the people of the continent. It is said that the souls that are not accepted by the moon suffer eternally and continue to wander the earth. Do the people from Noel and Esta's island country also believe in the moon spirit, I wonder? Or is that something they adopted when they came here? Regardless, it's what he believes. I don't want to think of Esta suffering eternally. So I thought that he had every right to be afraid, but Esta smiled bitterly and shook his head.
I am not afraid. I believe that I deserve to bear eternal suffering. But suddenly I feel lonely.
Lonely?
Yes. You will no doubt be welcomed by the moon. Then we'll be separated forever.
Well, I mean, I could commit a few murders before I die just to maybe get a chance at wandering eternally with you. I'm okay with it.
That is very lonely.
The moon spirit will decide what is sin. I mean, I guess that's true, but I'd rather say I shall be punished with you. Whatever I gotta do. I'm not leaving you alone. Hey, we got an up. If you are to be condemned, then I shall be punished with you.
What?
I would rather be happy suffering with you than in a paradise without you. Aw, that's so sweet. Making me teary.
You...
Oh, it's no use trying to refuse. Even if you run away, I'll jump out of the moon and chase you down. All of our joy, sorrow, and punishments. Let's share them together, as a couple. Esta's voice quivered and broke as he's about to say something. I stared at him, hoping that he will not deny my wish, and Esta took a deep breath and smiled softly.
Then allow me to walk through the rest of my life with the hope that, in some small way, my sins that you bear will be lightened, and that we can nurture new lives on this continent.
I'll do my best too.
Then allow me to pledge again, as someone who you will share eternity with.
What? I tilted my head and Esta got down on one knee in front of me. Shut up. Shut up! This is from the intro! Yes, I forgot about that. He's proposing again. Stop!
so sweet. This man is amazing. I'm emotional. My one and only, my darling princess. Please be my wife.
Esta. His lips against my fingertips felt warmer than usual. The heat of Esta gradually spread to my chest as my exhaled breath trembled. Thank you, but I'm not such a magnificent presence. We became husband and wife by chance, through an incident. So even now, I feel apologetic and anxious when I think back on it. This may be a little late, but are you sure you're okay with me?
It would be meaningless if it wasn't you. You are the light that keeps me alive. I was only a puppet, but you gave me the breath of a human being. So, I dedicate my life and my death to you. Naala, I love you.
The sincerity of his voice expressing his feelings seeps into my eardrums. Tears floated down my face, blurring my vision a little. I did my best because you were there. My hope was always with you. The moonlight melted into Esta's golden hair. I squinted at the beauty of it, as if it were luminous. You're my light, too. So even if there's no light in the heavens, we will not be lost. Troublesome tryst? What's so troublesome about the tryst? Well, I've prepared those materials, and the only work left to do is... Holding a stack of papers, I looked around the room. I let out a sigh of relief when I saw that everything was in order. Preparing for the assembly is a lot harder than I thought it would be. As he promised, Noel began efforts to free the women. But even with Noel's power, of course, they weren't immediately released. First, we've got to hold the assembly and get the approval from the ministers called the 12 Sages. And to get approval, we need a good reason and enough alternatives to convince the people. Noel seems to be thinking about whether he can invite women from other countries, assuming Toya's cure will be complete. Invite, not kidnap. According to Noel, they are already in talks with some countries. When I heard that, I was worried if some countries would really agree. At any rate, the essential cure is still under development. Although there are laws in place, there are still problems in terms of security. When I raised those concerns, Noel sipped his tea and replied,
Fortunately, Nasla has some bargaining chips.
In other words, they may be offering resources or money. As we're presenting enough information to convince the ministers, this would make for a lot of materials. I looked at the stack of papers. When I offered to help, I was tasked with organizing these documents. But I have a feeling there's some pretty sensitive information in these. I wonder if this is really a job I should be doing. If this makes things a little easier for Esta, then I'm happy to do it, but... Does Noel trust me, or does he think I don't have the ability to understand? No, he knows you have the ability to understand. It might be a test of sorts, but I think he ultimately trusts you. I'm sure he's underestimating me, given that this is Noel, who calls me bird-brained and a rampaging horse. Unfortunately for Noel, I have read and understood it all. Ha-ha! I guess sometimes even Noel lets his guard down. I don't really intend to divulge any information, but he really should be more vigilant. I told Esta this before, but for some reason he gave me a reluctant look. Yeah, Esta understands Noel better than you do. Esta seems to misunderstand that Noel trusts and likes me. Weird. Well, it's almost time for Esta to come home, so maybe I should change into my night clothes. Esta is no longer a member of the Black Ops, but he continues his work as Noel's secretary. Okay, wonderful. So he's not doing like the dangerous, shady stuff anymore. Well, as shady stuff anymore. Wonderful. Right now, right before the assembly will be held, he's quite busy with his work, so I can only see him at night. That's why I get into a different kind of mood in the evening than I do in the daytime. Let's try this bomb today. I dressed myself while running around busily in the room. Since we can only see each other for a limited time, I want to look as beautiful as possible in Esta's eyes. I would have never thought a few months ago that my heart would flutter like this, missing someone so much. Although I was embarrassed by the change, I felt happy now that I could think of my husband.
I'm home.
Welcome home!
Have you just finished your work?
Yeah, all that's left now is to go to bed together.
That's good. Actually, I have a favor to ask of you. May I?
Yeah, you can. I'm a little disappointed that we won't have more time to sleep together, but I'm happy to be able to help. I was about to roll up my sleeves, but for some reason he pulled my hand away and gave me a small questioning look. He softly led me to the bed and we sat down side by side. Oh, hi. My goodness, now the CGs are coming fast and furious. Look how comfy they look. Adorable.
I have been thinking about you all day. What are you doing now? What are you eating? Are you having a hard time? Are you crying? I thought about you too much, and it made my heart ache. Maybe this is what loneliness feels like. So now, would you let me touch you?
His sweet, melting voice would melt me into mush. I raised my burning face and saw the soft smile that he showed only to me. But you're already touching me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. It seems that when it comes to you, I can't control my impulses.
Doll. Liar.
Why?
Because he said that he couldn't control himself, but Esta hasn't kissed me on the lips. Facts. Not just tonight. Esta always just hugs me and kisses my hand or forehead. Even though we're married and our feelings are mutual now. It's frustrating. I'm the one who can't control my impulses and I'm about to kiss him. Well, do it then. Doesn't always have to be him. You make a move, Naala, go. Every time I think of something so bold, I get embarrassed and my face feels hotter. Esta began to speak, seemingly oblivious to my face, which had most likely turned red in the dim light.
Oh, by the way, I have the morning off tomorrow, so why don't the two of us go somewhere?
I wonder if it really will be time off. It can't be helped, as this is a difficult time, but Noel calls on Esta for any and everything. Lately, I feel like he's been called upon every time things have been going good between us. Perhaps reading my uneasiness, Esta, smiling wryly, whispered in an extraordinarily gentle voice.
Let's go and eat some of those delicious pastries in the town you told me about. Once we're outside, we can be alone.
Right. It was naive of me to think so. Noel, you know, nobody likes a third wheel. Okay? I love you. I do. But you have gotta go take a hike somewhere. It's not happening. You gotta go do something else. Oh, what a refreshing blue sky. It's so great to have my husband's boss accompany us. I was about to run away from reality when I came back to my senses. Gingerly, I called out to Noel, who was walking on my left. Noel?
What is it?
I can't do it. If I ask why he's here, I'm definitely going to regret his response. Well, he'll leave eventually. He can't be here just to annoy us.
Are you sure about that?
He said,
"Oh, what a coincidence. I just happened to be going out as well."
and has been with us ever since we left the castle. Yes, quite the coincidence. Thanks to this, I'm in a strange position with my husband on my right and Noel on my left. I was wondering about that. Like, are you in the middle? No. Esta, assert your dominance, and you go in the middle. Do not let this guy walk next to your wife. This is ridiculous.
Lord No, do you have any business to attend to around here?
While I was glad that Esta finally asked this, it also froze my insides. As I waited for his reply with a strange sense of tension, Noel spoke with no expression on his face.
Yes, I have business with the blacksmith in the town.
Come to think of it, you are wearing a sword belt today. He doesn't look like much of a fighter, though. We turned the first corner. We turned the second corner, too. And the third corner, still together. Well, that's certainly a wonderful coincidence.
Yes.
The blacksmith is this way?
Does my being here bother you in any way?
How do I put this? Yes. Well, that's not the case, but...
Lord No, if you do not mind, we shall take care of it in your place.
Right, you're pretty busy, right, Noel?
Thanks for the offer, but I would like to see it with my own eyes.
In contrast to the blue sky, the direction of the clouds gradually became suspicious. We just might end up spending the whole day together as a trio. I was in such a hurry to ditch Noel that I began a conversation a bit forcefully. Oh, I just realized I forgot something back at the castle. We'll go back for it, so you can go on ahead. I said, see ya! And at the same time began to pull Esta in the opposite direction. When I tried to run away, Noel spoke to me in the most disdainful tone he could muster.
That's quite lewd of you. Parting from me so you can make out with each other out in public. Engaging in such an embarrassing act in full public view, you're quite the pervert.
Oh, shut up! You're bringing back my PTSD from your bad endings. No, that's not it at all. No way! Right, Esta?
Yes, if we were going to make out, we'd do it in the shadows.
In the shadows! We make out in the shadows! Oh, that's great. That's not the issue here?
There, please leave us, Lord No.
Wait, hold on, I'm not a pervert!
I had no idea that you were the kind of pervert who enjoys being watched. My, well, it can't be helped, can it? As it's the boss's duty to look after his subordinate's wife, I'll be sure to watch very carefully.
I told you I'm not into that!
Please wait, Lord No. I'm afraid to ask, but could you please stop leering at my wife like that?
Dang, yes! Stand up to him, Esta!
Oh, so you too have come to backtalk to me. If you want to be alone so badly, you will have to defeat me first.
You have to defeat me first? Shut up! Fine, do rock, paper, scissors.
Understood. If you say that's the only option.
What? What? Noel pulls out a slender sword and Esta has a dagger in each hand. The two of them were holding swords and I had no idea what's going on anymore. Wait, both of you? Calm down!
I am always calm.
Yes, even now.
How can this be calm?
Esta, I did not believe that we would fight in this manner.
Neither did I.
The air around the area became tense as Noel held up his sword. His posture was so quiet and flawless that you could feel it. I instantly knew that he was no amateur, and I became more and more nervous. My head couldn't keep up with the sudden turn of events.
Well then, shall we get started? It is time for chastisement.
Wait! Shut up. I need to go. I need to go again. This is the best route ever. Now this is a love triangle I can get behind. Naran and Surin can go suck eggs. Noel and Esta is primo. This is primo. Gosh darn it, how am I supposed to choose between these two? I love them so much. Huh? The two swords that were supposed to cross each other parried different blades. In front of my stunned eyes, the two men nonchalantly cut down the men who had just jumped down. Wait, what? I mean, I thought the angle of this was weird for them going up against each other, but was this all a ruse? Good lord. I feel like my mind just melted. This route is a roller coaster of emotions. I thought they were fun. I feel like they knew all along and then escalated just to make it seem like a thing. Is everyone still trying to go after Naala? And these two are like, we will protect her, because I will love that even more than them fighting against each other. I can't.
You left the Black Ops, did you not?
This is a battle to protect my wife, so this has nothing to do with the Black Ops. You should stay behind us.
But the situation was too sudden for me to keep up with. Same, but I looked for a way to fight. The blades that appeared through the gap were parried by Noel.
You were told not to move. It is quite troublesome to fight while protecting someone. Esta, let us finish this at once.
Yes.
Esta's body took a sprinting position as he responded quickly. Before I knew it, he was running through the assassins, and a few seconds later, the men fell from the front. I blinked repeatedly as I listened to the rattling sound, feeling like I was watching magic. Esta, fighting in perfect condition is this strong.
Damn!
Realizing that they were outmatched, the man tried to throw his blade at me in a desperate attempt to get at least one of us. At that moment, Esta turned around and flung his arm, firing off a dagger. It flew straight and pierced the back of the man's head brilliantly. Ugh! Esta's waistcloth fluttered softly, but before it could fall, he was already sprinting off to the next assassin.
Damn! Let's surround him!
Two impatient assassins attacked Noel from both sides. Noel, calm and composed, deftly evaded the blades, and in the next moment he shifted his weight to his front foot. The sword tip flowed like a fluttering dance, and a silver streak of light ran through the bodies of the two men.
Gah!
They send such weaklings out to kill me. My, I have been underestimated.
Wow. I have my own modest sword skills, but these two are on a whole other level. I can't possibly compare. So, as they say, perhaps I should stay put, but just standing here, being protected? I picked up the assassin's sword, which tumbled to my feet, and assumed a stance. Immediately I heard two voices in unison. I knew it. Oh, come on! Even Surin let me fight, guys!
Don't do that!
I can at least defend myself.
You cannot.
They don't have to be in sync for that. And while I let out a sigh, the battle ended. Rude. Two rude boys. Dealing with the aftermath was left to Noel's subordinates as we returned to the castle early and finally took a break in the courtyard. I heard that the assassins were all gathered mercenaries and no one knows who hired them. Convenient. The mastermind behind this must be extremely frustrated, given their assassination attempt on me failed the other day. I can't believe they attacked in broad daylight in plain sight. Hey, how long had you two been aware of them?
Right around the first corner we turned.
You're still quite green. I had noticed the presence of the weaklings as soon as I left the castle.
Then why didn't you say something?
Of course, in order to harass both of you.
You say you're so busy that you don't have time to sleep, but if you've got the time to harass us, then at least you could take a nap or something.
You don't understand. It is far more comforting to me to harass you than to sleep.
I'm fine with never understanding that.
Are you sure you want to speak to me in such a hateful tone? I have saved your life, so perhaps you should be a bit more thankful.
Well, you certainly have saved me.
Yes, I have. I am aware that you're thankful enough to want to kiss me.
Shut your entire face! Shut. Why are you like this? I'm picking up things and grabbing them and shaking them. Ah! I can't. I literally can't. No, maybe not that thankful.
I am an open-minded boss, so I shall give my special consent to a kiss.
Esta, please! Esta, please! Do what I think you're doing.
Thank you. Then...
Hold on. Why are you stepping forward?
I heard that you wanted a kiss.
I have no interest in that.
Neither do I, but I can't loan my wife out.
And that's a real man right there. Get yourself a guy who's willing to kiss another guy to protect your honor. Anyway, shall the three of us have some tea? Noel served us tea afterwards, but it tasted unimaginably awful. So petty! But that's another story.